Hey guys, I was up late last night and I was texting one of my friends, Josh Hundorf, who is a med student over there in Dakotas, and we were texting about the idea of providers and grading and how hard it is for him as a medical student and how he adjusts to the grades and what they are. And we're kind of looking at ways that we could like look at healthcare and really kind of give some basic measurement systems to like a triple aim. And so one of the things we're looking at is this already exists. There's a saying that if you can, measure, if you can measure it, it can be gamified. Well, we have tons and tons of measurements, and there's some ideas really around that where we can give this feedback a little bit better and more readily, and kind of see what we're doing with our peers and what we're doing, hospital to hospital and stuff like that, or clinic to clinic. So here are some of the basic concepts and ideas that we have. Currently, and let me turn off my Hotmail, so my email, so it doesn't bug you guys the whole time. But currently, what we have is here we take a look at this. This is our eye care and using the IHS, RPMS, EHR. We got this great tool where we can see patients who came in the past, patients that are getting ready to come in. We can see what they're due for. It's a very, very advanced tool that we like to utilize. One of the other things that it does is if you kind of look over here, I got some panels set up of providers. I kind of see what they're doing and how they're doing. And then if I come over here, what you can see is I have an IPC and I have it set up at a provider to look at the provider and how they're doing. And it kind of measures it out already for us. If you see, here's our health risk screening bundle, 70%, 70%, 71%. It's taken all these measures, putting it together, and it's looking at it month by month by month. And if I wanted to, I could even have fun and say, graph it, and let's go by provider. So here I am looking at one provider. I can see how they're doing, and it's actually doing quite well at graphing. And I can go measure by measure. So I can start saying, how are we doing on this measure? Oh wow, this provider's screening at 90%. Well, the thing that we don't have a translation on for any of this literally is putting in, we're just making that small transition to what is 90%? What do we know 90% as? NA. If we put this into a grade point average, we could create kind of like quick little report cards, if we will, and metrics, and give back that feedback to the providers. So let's say we can do that. I can quickly go and export this, and it will actually come onto an Excel spreadsheet that kind of looks like this. And I'll kind of show you. From here we can kind of see our numerators and denominators for a provider and or for a clinic, depending on how I set it up in eye care. And we can give grades. We can basically give grades. There's you're at 65%. That's a D. Sorry, I might need some work on that. So we can take these different bundles, which have more measures a part of them, and kind of give you an outcome or a result of the whole entire package, if you will. And then we can start looking at, well, what are we going to do with that? Well, let's create a report card. So now we can create a report card. So there's the health screen bundle, there's a diabetes bundle, there's the cancer bundle, the outcome bundle, and we're actually giving it a grade, like a GPA, a C, a D, a C, a C, an A, an A. So we can tell right now we're slacking a little bit on the diabetes. We need to get better at the health screen, cancer, and our outcome bundle. That's a big one. But our patient and staff satisfaction and our advanced access is doing great. So right now, as a clinic, just in the health relationships, where we have the report card as a C minus. So this example is an individual provider, but you can see how we could easily add the providers together and come up with an average. So now let's say we're starting to look at something like the triple aim. Some of the things that we can do with that is we can look at cost per patient care, whether it's $5,000 or $4,000 per patient, and we can see if we can lower that. Make it more cost effective. Another thing that we can do is we can look at how much we are billing out and how much revenue we're collecting, look at that percentage and kind of assign a weight to it, if you will. We can take a lot of these and bundle it all together, decide what we want that weight to be, and then give it a grade point average. So with this, we can look at our health, how we're doing on health. We can look at how we're doing on our patient and staff satisfactions. We can give these grades, put it all together with our how we're doing on cost effectiveness, and we can basically assign literally a grade. So we can look at different clinics in different areas, and we can say, you guys have an A+, you guys have a C-, and we can say, here's the areas that you need to work on, and we could even look specifically at what parts of those bundles that are holding them down. So for example, the diabetes bundle, it might just be something like foot exams. We can analyze at that level how we're doing. This is actually more along the lines of a tool to just give quick feedback back to the providers, but more so like administration and counsel and stuff like that. So we can say, this is where we're at, this is how we're performing. We can even graph it out and show it to you. By the way, most of this, almost all of this is completely dynamic, so it's live. As we see patients, that actually tabulates in iCare instantly for us. It's graphing out. So this is the beauty of kind of adopting a system, a patient-centered medical home where we have these tools like RPMS and iCare and EHRs. We're getting that information in, that data into the system. But once we have that nice model of something like IPC, the Improving Patient Care Initiative, we can quickly start to do stuff with this. And that's what this is really about. What are you going to do with the knowledge that you have? How are you going to change things for the better? So I hope this helps, and I hope you guys find this fun and exciting, and I'm more than happy to show you how to do this. Thanks. Bye.